In theaters now is a prequel to the iconic film The Wizard of Oz, but can it capture the magic of the Emerald City? Nichelle Turner joins me now from Austin, Texas. She's at the very hip and cool South by Southwest Festival where technology, film, and music all come together for 10 days. So, Nichelle, what is going on?
Well, hey, Natasha, you know, there's rain going on basically right now here in Austin, but over the next 10 days, this probably could be known as the Land of Oz, because, yeah, this is where all things music, film, and technology collide in a real cool, geeky sort of way. South by Southwest is such a good time. But, you know, Disney is betting big on this film, and you were just talking about that. They've got a lot riding on this, and I'm not even going to call it a remake of the Great and Powerful Oz. I'm going to call it a reinvention.
There's no place like home.
Classic lines, classic footwear. The Wizard of Oz is beloved. According to the Library of Congress, more people have seen the 1939 musical than any other film. Now, 74 years after Dorothy left Oz, Disney's revisiting the Yellow Brick Road with Oz the Great and Powerful, billing it as a prequel.
It sets up a lot of the things that happen in the famous story we're all so familiar with.
This new Oz is not a musical. What it lacks in show tunes, it makes up for in modern 3D and computer-generated effects. Disney's betting heavily on this gamble, spending an estimated $200 million just to produce the movie. What's at stake for the studio?
For them, this is a big deal. Not only is it an iconic property that they're being entrusted with, they've got a lot of money on the line.
Major money and creative hurdles. While the Oz books by L. Frank Baum are in the public domain, Warner Brothers owns the rights to the Wizard of Oz film. And so several story elements in that movie, like Dorothy's iconic ruby slippers, are off limits to Disney.
I think the Disney lawyers had to be on set to say, hey, you're going a little bit too close to what the ownership of Warner Brothers is part of, and so we have to be careful of that.
So will Disney's interpretation of the Land of Oz alienate fans of the Hollywood classic? Not according to James Franco, who plays Oz.
We pay respect to a lot of the aspects that people expect and love about the world of Oz, and that's, you know, mainly taken from the books. And then there's, you know, a fresh take on some of the characters. So you're getting you know, enough of the old and enough of the new.
So while you won't see a Tin Man or Scarecrow in this Oz, the Yellow Brick Road is still in place, along with the witches. And Disney is hoping the Land of Oz can once again turn movie magic into box office gold. Now, I know that the Disney folks are hoping that they won't hear "There's no place like home" this weekend. They want people to say there's no place like the movie theaters because they have so much riding on this movie. And the industry insiders that I spoke with say that the film is tracking really well, and they expect it to have an opening weekend from anywhere from $75 to $85 million, Natasha. And if that happens, whew, there's going to be a lot of happy studio executives in Hollywood.
You know it. Can't wait to see what happens this weekend with the numbers. Nichelle Turner in Austin, Texas. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.